Christ, our Maker. Day 2. Reading from Genesis 2, verses 4 through 8. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. When no bush of the field was yet in the land, and no small plant of the field had yet sprung up. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain on the land, and there was no man to work the ground. And a mist was going up from the land, and was watering the whole face of the ground. Then the Lord God formed the man of dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living creature. And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden, in the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Christ our Maker. Genesis 2 slows things down. Creation is no longer this heavenly perspective and big movements and let there be's, but it moves down into the nearness of earth. We see God's hands in the dust, his breath against flesh, God moving low and interacting tangibly with his creation. And here we see hidden in the forming of the first man a inclination of incarnation beginning. For the first time, the Lord doesn't merely command Adam into existence. He draws close. He forms man. And this word form, think of a potter forming clay. As he's working with Adam in the dust, he's not just saying, let there be Adam, but he's forming his body, his figure, in the image of God for the first time, breathing life into his nostrils. And I can imagine the intimacy and the deliberateness of God moving through Adam's body. And as he's touching him, as he's forming him, knowing this first being will be the form that he takes when he becomes man. This carefulness of touching his head, the same head that will wear the crown of thorns, eyes that would cry for Lazarus, forming shoulders that would carry the cross, a back that would be whipped, creating wrists and hands and feet and ankles that would be pierced through with nails, forming a rib that would be pierced through with a spear, legs that would be tired by walking, a body that would be exhausted on its mission. And as he's forming it, the tenderness of creation, of again, for the first time, touching his creation. And beyond that, the breath of life, the one thing that separates all the other animals from mankind, is this breath going into him. That intimacy, that almost kissing of the dirt, kissing of man, and understanding that one day he would be the one formed in the dust. He would be created out of the dust, out of this image that he's creating. And the Word through whom all things were created touches what one day he would become. The dust he gathers in his hand is the same dust that he himself will put on. And this moment is not, it's not only just a moment in time, but it's a preparation. It is a anticipation of the uniqueness of man, because God is going to one day dwell within this vessel. This great privilege of the forming of mankind, his temple, the church. We see our beginning here. We see our glory here of being made in the image of God. And he does it delicately, and he does it deliberately and intimately. As the Psalms say, every one of us is knit together in the womb by God, and it's done with the same tenderness that God would have created Adam in the garden. He created the dust, and from the dust he created man, and from that image of man, he created the hope of the world. Our Maker has made us in his image. And then he would put on that image to save us all. God bless you.